What's up, guys? It's your boy Revivesa, and this is going to be a different type of video. I'm just going to go on a rant about this game and how I feel about it. I'm pretty sure any player that's played since the beta also feels the exact same. And look, Whippy, I reached God rank without meta. If you know who I am, I'm an advocate for non-meta users. I try to encourage people to not follow the drones in this game, as you see above. Look at this. OHSB Goku just came out and they're pairing him with Vegito Gohan. You got Meta on the left. If we just go through the entire replay, you see nothing but Meta. Praise to him for using that GT Bomb Goku. Meta on the left, Meta on the right, Meta on the left, Meta on the right. It's just the same characters you see prevalent in PvP. It just gets kind of sickening. So every time you queue up, it's one of the 7 units, 9 times out of 10. The 7 units being 17 actually came back to life because of HSB Goku. So that's actually kind of Chad-like. But you see the same 7 units 9 times out of 10, which is Bitch Vegeta, Vegito, Fusion Vegito and Gogeta, Omega Shenron, Kid Buu, Ultimate Gohan. And it's between these two, which would be Barney, and then what's his face? Vegito, Ultra Vegito Blue. Somehow that guy came back to life, but he only came back to life due to Gogeta's ability to lock you in after he activates the defensive gauge. And people like to immediately switch into Vegito, pop the main if you don't have gauge and insta kill. Whatever creator started using that team, I hope you step on a Lego. Like what creator gave them that idea? I feel like it's Virgil. I feel like Virgil did that. I feel like Virgil did it. If Virgil did it, that nigga's a retard. To start off, I'm gonna have some gameplay in the background while I talk. But let's get into it. So to start off, one thing I want to change in the game immediately, I want them to get rid of Rise and Rush. Rise and Rush is too much. I don't think we need Rise and Rush anymore. In fact, why did Toshi release a unit that literally guarantees a Rise and Rush? That makes absolutely no sense to me. And then on top of that, he knows endurance. So it's just Toshi puts the narrative on retardation. You know how easy it is for that unit to fuse? And on top of that, if you're not using some type of revive, you just lose a character. That's stupid. That is beyond stupid. I don't know what Toshi was thinking by releasing a unit that is prevalent on Rise and Rushes and then gets no endurance. And on top of that, guarantees the rush no matter what. That is stupid. They need to get rid of Rise and Rush. Vegito would not lose any type of usefulness if you get rid of Rise and Rush. Rise and Rush is too much of a just it's just like a handicap now. I barely click that button as it is. I barely click that button. If I click that button, that means I absolutely had to. I would never do that, even if my character would die. I would never click that. I just wouldn't. And a lot of people are gonna get better skill issues in the game. Shut the fuck up. You're one of the problems. You think that Rise and Rush is cool? I've gotten rushed 2-3 times in a single match. Why is that possible? Why is that possible? Why is it possible to rush people 3 times max a match, let alone getting rushed twice? Why is that possible? And on top of that, I've gotten rushed twice with Super Vegito. The same one that gets a guaranteed rush. That's not a one-time activation, by the way. He gets that every time he Rise and Rushes. So on top of retardation, we just got more brain-dead retardation. So they need to really remove Rise and Rush. They really do. There are already so many OP characters that do so much damage that can one-shot this, one-shot that, pop a green, or just get rushed automatically out of nowhere. I played a game 20 minutes ago. No bullshit. I was the one comboing the whole time. I promise you, He had to have used exactly 7 cards, did no damage, missed all 7 cards, and rushed me. At least if they don't get rid of Rise and Rush, at least only gain a Dragon Ball if the card lands. That would at least dumb down Rise and Rush activations. At least. Really, my preference, get rid of it entirely. We don't need it. I don't want it. Most of the people that play since the beta probably don't want it. Most of the people that actually play with skill do not want that mechanic in the game. Because a lot of people end up either one, winning or playing stupid because they have it. They'll probably sit mid-range and wait for you to click a card. Like, if Rush didn't exist, they'd have to figure out some other way. They wouldn't sit mid-screen. They'd have to figure out another way around you. If they were going to lose, they're going to lose. But that Rise and Rush literally gives them the ability to sit mid-screen and just do nothing, and I have to wait. Either I have to wait or play around it. It's not always hard to play around it, but with the mind of a genius like myself in this game, it is going to be really hard to play around it. You know, you single tap here, you pop a green there, you sidestep, you fake sidestep, whatever the case may be. It's just the fact that now I have to be way too cautious in approaching the opponent because he has a rush. It's just too dangerous to sit there and approach. He's sitting mid-screen. He'd be long range. It doesn't matter. It's just too dangerous. So why do I have to play cautious because of an insta-kill mechanic that he can click at any point in time? Rise and Rush, in my opinion, should be completely removed from the game. That's my first problem. That has been a problem since like year 3. Rise and Rush it just shouldn't exist anymore. OP units here and there, getting Dragon Balls. No. Rise and Rush, either 1, should not exist, or 2, limited to 1 Rise and Rush a game. And the only way you get Dragon Balls is if the card actually lands that has a Dragon Ball on it. Okay? That's my first concern. Okay? Second concern. Lock units behind Z abilities. I think the leader skill system now, with the units releasing, is a stupid idea. In fact, it was a dumb idea when it came out. In fact, it was still a stupid idea. If you go to any team I've ever made, I've never really put a unit in the leader slot. Literally, I've never really put a character in the leader slot that just didn't belong to the team. I never did. Okay, besides this one. But this was only for fun. Here, PO, this is the same thing. This is the same thing. This is the same. It just all mixes together. If I didn't have, if some of these teams have Shield, right? If I didn't have Shield here, I'll just replace it with Super Saiyan Yellow Broly. It doesn't matter. It'd still be prevalent. I never put a unit just in the leader slot that just had no business being there. A lot of people do that. For Gogeta with OHSB and then Vegeta. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? Lock the units behind Z abilities. I say get rid of the leader slot and lock units behind Z abilities. So, for example, look at this. Applies the following effects itself when changing the cover. Yada, yada, yada. Unlocked at 7-star. You see how he gets this? Unlocked at 7-star? Shit like that. Why don't they do that with these OP-ass characters? For example, what I mean is, let's take Super Saiyan, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, for example. You know how he has that piece of shit ass get out of jail free card 3 goddamn times? Let's take that ability, right? Let's take that defense gauge. Let's say that you only get that if 3 battle members are GT. Or you only get that if somebody died. You only get that if your HP goes below such and such HP. It doesn't make sense that Gogeta has that with like no drawback. It just happens. And then on top of that, when it activates, you heal. All your HP just returns. All that just returns. It just comes back to you. On top of that, he has a blue card that he literally pulls to gain gauge back, an AoE green for some god-awful reason, covering him on switching. Dig shit fuck McGee locks you in, stops a rush. I don't think you guys understand how stupid that character's built for it not to be locked behind something. So Super Saiyan 4 in conclusion, what I'm saying is units like that have so much, lock them behind something. None of that extra shit they get unless they are fighting with 3 battle members that are GT. Let's take Vegito for example. Fuse Vegito, he can't get that guaranteed rush unless 3 of the battle members are Majin Buu. I don't even think Fusion Blue Gogeta is even that OP. Bro, the only thing he's got is the fact that he bypasses auto like auto dodge mechanics and shit. That's the only thing he's got. Fusion Vegeto's built way better than that guy. Guaranteed rushes, card draw, restore gauge, every card drawn gets covered on green. A blue card that pulls extra cards that not only furthers his gauge restoration. Fuse Vegeta was built way better than Gogeta was. I don't even think Gogeta needs to be nerfed. That dude's perfectly fine. But other units like that still need to be locked behind some type of restriction. We need to make the game more class. You gotta give the game some more class. Because people are just able to put whatever unit they want, slap a motherfucking leader, and go, yep, here we go. Let's actually go to PvP rule, right? If I was to go to the leaders, right? Watch this. People usually play um the other mode. See this? He has Goji to 4 as lead, and the entire team is Majin Buu Saga. You wanna know why? Because he's playing the other mode. So what does he bring? 9 times out of 10 he goes 1, 2, 3. The other 3 will be 1, 2, 3. And if he loses, guess what? 1, 2, 3. That's it. The entire team is Majin Buu Saga. But dipshit fuck McGee can put him in the leader slot just because it exists. Leader slots to be removed, and characters need to be locked behind restrictions. It is way too often that shit like this happens.
I'm still getting used to this.
His entire team is 14-star, by the way. So the fact that I even have to like this is it's just ridiculous. But all in all, I think you can see my point. Things need to be locked behind certain things, and I believe leader slot just needs to get removed from the game as a whole. I think it just needs to get removed. The only downside to me is just the fact that I can't use shield as a Zenkai buffer anymore. I have to use yellow Broly, and I'm totally fine with that. Because I don't just put random units in leader slots. It's just it just really does suck that you're just able to put a unit in lead slot and then they just exist because you want them to exist. Right. Third point. This is a bit of a long video, so if you're still here, make sure to like and that sub button. I very much appreciate it. And if you have any changes that you also want to happen to the game, make sure you throw them in the comments down below. Definitely look at those and comment. Definitely make a video probably about those as well. My third concern. Why the fuck does perfect vanish exist? Get rid of it. Get rid of that shit. Characters are so fucking OP nowadays. Get rid of it. I'll fuck around and lose my entire team simply because of a PB. That has nothing to do with getting better, skill issue, bullshit. That has nothing to do with that. If I get PV and I'm going against a 14-star Goji, a whole fort like that team I just showed you earlier, what am I supposed to do? As you can see through my team setups, I don't like to use meta, bro. I like to use what I like to use, period. As you can see, it's very much prevalent first form Golden Frieza because I very much like those units. I also like the synergy that they have with each other. Golden Frieza pulls greens after he gets attacked. First form can Hit you with the immobilization, reduce up count. He also has cover no with the main. Golden Freezer does pull greens, have a little cover no action. But I would like a petition to get rid of Perfect Vanish. Because if I'm going against an entire team of 14 stars, straight up meta, 4 Jita, Fusion Jita, Fusion Jito, and I get PV'd, imagine Johnny Sins on a Blue Chew or like 500 packs, and he just bends you over and proceeds to absolutely destroy your asshole. That's the amount of fucking that's going to be happening to you when you're going against a team like that and you get perfect vanished. And it happens to me. And I threw my phone the other day. I thought I actually smashed it. I threw it so hard because I got PV'd and then my entire team got eradicated simply because of a PV. And it happened to be against a 14-star Gogeta. I should not be scared to play the game. There's no way I should be that cautious to play in the game in no way, shape, or form, and then get PV'd and then get punished. I think Perfect Vanishes should definitely be removed from the game. They should go. Because they don't warrant anything. They don't warrant anything. There's no skill involved. There's nothing. As much as I want the game to be skillful, I know there's going to be things still left to chance. But I want to dumb down the chances to skillful. People like me that played since beta has built skill throughout the years of DBL. When I was playing in school and high school, bro, nobody was fucking with me. People played. You know how many people played DBL in my school? We were all a bunch of fucking. We all played the game, right? Nobody was fucking with me because I built skill throughout the game. Now, guess what? Years ago, I was still using Lineage of Evil. I was still using it, and I was still butt clapping people with LOE. I've built skill over the years. Now I feel like it's less of a skill game and more just down to either the game playing for you, retardation, or straight up chance. It's one of the two. I have to play so careful and so calculated. If I fuck up, my entire team either dies or 2 of my units die. And now I got 1 unit last standing, or in some way, shape, or form, somehow half of my team, like 3 of my units, is just lose half their HP. And now I have to somehow work around getting the exact same amount of damage on my opponent without getting PV'd again or getting butt clapped by an AoE green or a blue card. He gains endurance. He gains a gauge back. That literally slips my mind for 0.5 nanoseconds. I go, oh, I can click a card. He's stupid. Oh shit, Rising Rush. You know what I mean? Like that's also another point. Like it's just a lot of the stuff I have to watch out for. Oh, I'm sorry, I smacked my mic. A lot of the stuff I have to watch out for that other people don't have to watch out for. You want to know why? It's because they have units that have get out of jail free cards. They have units that just restore gauge like never before. They have units that just lock a Rising Rush, kill cards, increase substitution count up to the point where you quite literally cannot switch. Your booty clapped, and if you have no gauge, say goodbye to your unit, kiss it goodbye. Get rid of Perfect Vanish. It should not be in a game, especially with the units nowadays. This shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be. I honestly believe the game would get a whole lot better if these 3 points were tackled. So to sum it up, reason number 1, get rid of Rising Rush. Get rid of the no skill button. Get rid of the, oh shit, I'm going to lose if I don't use this button. Get rid of that. And if you don't want to do that, Toshi, I suggest you limit Rising Rush to 1. And on top of that, the only way you can gain a Dragon Ball is if the card lands. Reason number 2. Lock units behind conditions. Their abilities, what they can do, what they can't do, all that, lock it behind conditions. Lock it behind something. Because you would literally see the shift in people's not only the gameplay, but the units themselves. I hate to go against OHSB Goku, and then 4 Vegeta. You know how many pizzas I've got thrown at me? I've got 3 pieces thrown at me in a fucking row without starting. I bullshit you not. This motherfucker threw pizzas at me, 3 of them, before he even started to click cards. Another OHSB tried to, I almost swore, tried to blue card me 3 times in a row and then proceeds to rise and rush me. I'm lucky that Golden Frieza reduces sub count by 10 when there's a rising rush. Because I literally would not have been able to dodge that. 3 blue cards into a rising rush, you can tell a motherfucker was desperate. Now guess what? If rising rush didn't exist, do you think he would have been planning to let go of 3 blue cards and then try to rush me? No! No, he wouldn't have. Get rid of the leader slot. Lock units behind conditions from now on. Number 3, perfect vanishes. Remove them. Shouldn't be here. Should exist. Takes away all skill. On top of that, the units that we're getting nowadays, there's no god dang way that we need perfect vanishes in the game. Keep the quick attack, keep the, blast armor, all that extra shit. But perfect vanish, remove it. I hate getting PV'd 5 times a goddamn game, and then for some reason I can't even get a sidestep to work. Nah, remove it. Absolutely no way. If you agree with me on these 3 points, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Again, this is a bit of a long video, just a bit of a rant. Again, I just want to showcase I did reach God rank without meta. Is it hard? Here and there. I do have to try way more hard. I have to sweat my balls off damn near just to be able to beat certain teams because it's just a setup. I have to watch out for too much shit and I have to play either calculated as fuck or say fuck it, we ball. It's one of the two. Usually I take the calculated route because if I go fuck it, we ball and I fuck up, that's a wrap. I'll fuck around, lose Golden Frieza. Now some monsters by himself, and Kid Boo's gonna eat my ass. Okay, so I have to play calculated. But if you liked the video so far, if you liked the video until now, make sure to like that sub button. Again, if you agree with the points, let me know down in the comments below. If you have any extra points that you would like to add, throw them down in the comments. I'm making a new Discord. I'm gonna throw the link. Hopefully it's done by when this video goes up. If it is, the link will be in the description. If it's not, just look out for it. Make sure you follow my socials, my Instagram in particular. I don't really post on anything else. TikTok sucks, so does X or the side porn app, Twitter. If you're new here, make sure you hit that bell. Now I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.